Happy Easter, guys. Today is an immensely joyful day. Today is the day we remember the resurrection of our Lord. And there are a few things that I want to underline on this specific day. Now, all of us have a different ways of thinking about Easter, right? Theologians and other scholars who study skeptically the Bible, and the theologians who academically study the Bible have four main points of significance in the Bible. So let's jump right into it. So I'll first outline the four significant points of Easter according to scholars and theologians. I'm just going to name them and just list them, and I'll take just a minute or two to explain all the four together. Okay, so here we go. First one. The resurrection established that Jesus was the Son of God. I repeat, the resurrection established that Jesus was the Son of God. This means Jesus gave the most solid and the most concrete evidence, although his last evidence gave the most evidence that through this resurrection that he is the Son of God. Second, and this is a statement which a few scholars scoffed at, and that is, for all the followers, all the believers who believe that on Jesus' death as well as in the resurrection, death, okay, I'm going to quote unquote, death is swallowed up in victory. Which means Jesus, as it is said in John chapter 1, who was Word, dwelt among us as flesh and lived among us and suffered for us and died for us and finally overcame death, as it is said in 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 3 and 4. He overcame death. He conquered death. Okay, now this nicely shifts us to the third one. Since Jesus resurrected from the dead, we have a new hope, a new life to live for. We have eternity, as it is said in John chapter 14 verse 2. Jesus said, I am going to prepare a place for you. So Jesus is sitting on the right hand of God and preparing a place for us. And now we will go to our last one. He was fulfilling, that means God fulfilled his promises through these 4 days. Now, what do I have to say about this? Not just as a teenager, as a common boy who goes to church, who goes to Sunday school, as a normal Christian, what do I have to say about this? With what I have learned so far, I can say two things. One, Easter is the midpoint of the word, and two, Easter echoes the future, echoes the judgment day, and God fulfills his promises at his time. So let me say, you might ask me, so you said right now that Easter is the midpoint of the Bible. Let me show you it's not. See? It's Proverbs. So what did you mean? I didn't understand. You're saying it's the midpoint of the Bible. I showed you it's not. Yes, you are right. See, if I hold the Bible like this, okay, and then I search for the middle page somewhere around here. Okay. It's probably Proverbs. You're right. It's either Psalms or Proverbs, depending on the Bible. I'm not talking about the Bible. This is the condensed instruction set for us. I'm talking about the Word. So, as it is said in John chapter 21, verse 15. So, please read with me. If you don't have the Bible with you right now, I'm going to write it on the screen. So, here it goes. Jesus also did many other things. If every one of them were written down, I suppose the world would not have enough room for the books that would be written. See, the world would not have enough rooms for the books that would be written. If Jesus did so much in his 33 odd years of life in earth, how much did God do since the beginning of creation? And how much will he do from this point forth? So I'm talking about the Word. I'm not talking about the Bible. I'm talking about the Word. So the midpoint of the Word, I can precisely say it is these 4 days. It is consisting of these 4 days. And I can assure you that after these 4 days, a new phase has happened. And we are currently living in that phase now. We await that final day when Jesus comes, as it is in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verse 16 to 17. Read it for yourself. So, also I said that God fulfills His promises at His time. God owns this creation. He made the creation, so He owns it. So He has the full authority to answer His promises at His time. But also remember, God never breaks His promise. So at all of this I have said historical significance, theological significance, what is my viewpoint, and all of those things I said. Let me ask you this. What is our role in this? What is our role as mere human beings have in this great story? I'm going to quote you 4 verses. But first, let me quote you this. Mark chapter 16 verse 15. Then Jesus said to them, "Wherever you go in the world, tell everyone the good news. Whoever believes and is baptized will be saved, but whoever does not believe will be condemned." So what is our duty in this? It's ours and your duty to spread 2 things and to not spread 2 things at this current situation. You know what we should not spread, but let me tell you what we should spread at this time when we are locked in our houses. Number 1, God's love. Number 2, the good news, the message of the Bible. Because now it's no longer God's story, God's own story. It's not His story alone. It is now the story of the Creator, the story of the creation, and the bridge. This is the story of love, which means it is your story too. So tell your story till you're old. Keep telling your story. That is what the Bible teaches us to do so. May God bless you.